Hello, neighbors, and welcome back to the neighborhood. I'm Squealer D, and I am back again. And this time, neighbors, we are back with Amy Maryon, and it is official. Mondays are no longer motivational around her house, so let's see what they are today.
We are going to Jane can be a free woman.
I know, I'm excited about it.
She's already passed her test, like she did like a little while ago. But then you have to go back to the, I think they call it the tax collector here, and actually get her license printed. So, but then she went on that missions trip, and then the appointment, she couldn't get it to, well, she could get the next day, but I knew she'd be tired, so then it is now Monday. I know, I was like, she's like, we can't go Friday.
For literally like 16 hours that day.
Yeah. I told her, I'm like, there's no way you're gonna get up on Friday and want to go get your license right now.
There is no way at 18 years old that I would sleep in rather than go get my license. No way.
So she's like, okay, but she slept all day. She was really tired, but she had a good time, and it was great. She had a good time with it, right? So now today's Monday, and you are going to get your, you just gotta get printed, right? You just take it and pay.
have to go get it printed.
And then she's gonna be going all day. I don't expect to see her all day. She's gonna have a list. I said, go find yourself a Chick-fil-A somewhere.
Yeah, that's what she needs to go do. Find herself a Chick-fil-A. Top priority for Jaden right now.
She's got like a whole list of things to do today. I'm like, so do you want to run my errands for me today, Jane?
She wasn't laughing because she was joking. She was laughing because she's dead serious. She wants her to go run her errands.
Do you want the key to my post office?
You go get my post. I haven't been to my P.O. box at all because we don't usually do our mail there, but I do for my YouTube stuff. I'm like, I just need to check it once in a great while. Kid, we had you pump gas.
You were like, hey, do you want to go pump gas? Because you know it's like 30 degrees, not 30 degrees out. It's cold, okay? And then
Jaden doesn't know temperatures because she was taught by Amy, who doesn't know anything.
you're like, go pump gas.
And when you're a teacher, it's fun to go do gas.
Sure.
Today's Monday, supposed to be Motivation Monday, and I'm just, I was like, slept really good. We had a good weekend. We had a great weekend. We did nothing stuff. And then I looked up, I'm trying to like research
Sounds like every day of your life.
school stuff and trying to figure out what we're going to do for school this year. So I took a lot of time doing that this weekend. And then
It is the end of August, and you are just now figuring out what you're going to do for school for 4 children. Wild.
Brooklyn was working, so I had to wait for her and pick her up. And then I went to go pick her up, and I was going to wear my slippers out, which was so funny because I'm like, oh, it's right down the road. And then I did, and I put my shoes on. Thank goodness I did. Because then she texted and said, can I be a few more minutes? And I said, sure. So I went to the at-home store and walked through there. Never been in there. That's a great store, so I can't.
Who calls and asks if they can stay longer at work when their parents come and pick them up? What is Brooklyn doing at work? What kind of job does she have?
I wait to start decorating eventually and like look at things. So I did that, and then Sunday we had church, and we had a great time at church, and then it was just
No wonder Amy's always tired. She does very stupid stuff, like wait for her children at night extra long when they're working. Like maybe Brooklyn should catch the bus so Amy has more time to parent the children that are at home.
at home day. We were outside, we were working on the pool. Greg's got grout in the pool, which looks awesome, by the way. And I had to run, Brooklyn had to work that day too, so I had a little bit of running that way, but didn't do any food this weekend. Remember, I should have did Gather Your Frame on Friday. Didn't work out to do that because we had ramen on Saturday, and they had macaroni and cheese and hot dogs.
But those were your emergency provisions. Those weren't supposed to be for the weekend. What happened, Amy?
Last night. I know. I threw in salads and veggies and fruit because we had a lot of that. But for the most part, it was, they were like, I was going to make walking tacos yesterday, and they're like, let's have macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. And I'm like, you know what? And Steven's like, we need to have ramen night again every week. So, I don't know. We're going to do our sprinkler today, too. So.
Just to make sure it's that kind. I mean, I assume they all are. Would that be true, people? Are we on?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no feedback, though.
No, but like they can answer in the comments.
Okay.
Okay, so our sprinkler system.
These guys have been doing this for years, and Greg has to ask if the camera's recording, and Amy has to explain to him how it works, that he won't get feedback. I don't know which one is more ignorant.
I mean, for one, our grass is super thick.
Mm-hmm.
But at first, I mean, I don't know anything about sprinkler systems to begin with, so I'm thinking they're just like a flush mound.
So instead of just Google the information, Greg, you thought you would get online on Amy's YouTube, a 50-year-old woman's cooking YouTube, and ask the 50-year-old women that watch her what they would do for your sprinkler system. I suggest that you get a professional. just like I suggested when you started tearing your pool apart. Do not rip holes into your front yard.
And jet in the grass.
And then pop up?
And that's it. No, I was just thinking that was it, and they would just spray up from there. So after just doing a little bit of research on them or whatever, it seems like they all have the center stock that whoosh, pops up.
And they do.
So is that, I don't know. That's what I'm asking your people. Like, is that true?
No.
Do they have some that just sit flush in the grass, or do they all kind of pop up to clear the grass? And
Oh, I don't know. We're going to have to go look.
I don't either, but it's going to be a really fun experience.
Greg, how would 50-year-old women that watch your wife know what type of sprinkler you have in your yard?
Experiment trying to figure it all out.
We're going to do our water in our grass. And it's not, people said, you better get it done before people turn you in. But our grass is no worse dead than like people on the street.
No. It's not terrible.
It's not
I
bad.
think what's happening.
Imagine if you rated your life based on what other people aren't doing. Other people aren't watering their grass, so our dead, dormant grass is perfectly fine, people.
Happened with ours is more along the lines of, because I've been reading or watching some YouTubes and stuff with some people that do grass, and they say that when it's been as hot as it has and it's not getting the correct amount of moisture, it just goes dormant.
Dormant. So I think ours is just dormant.
Yeah.
I think it's actually dead. It's not. It's not bad.
It's not dead for sure.
Like if you look at it, there's spots that are. It's just like a couple
there's
spots.
well, for one, we cut it real short,
Yeah. Don't do that.
and then I can't go anywhere because I never.
Don't shut the door.
Right.
Greg's car, you shut the doors real light. My car, I shut them hard. So he always gets in here and never shuts my door. And then I go in his door and just slam the door.
Greg seems off. He doesn't have his seatbelt on. His shirt is too little. He asked if she's recording like he doesn't know. He had to be explained. That had to be explained. He didn't shut his door correctly. If I didn't know better, I would say Greg was on that wham bam.
The neighbors look at front grass dead right there.
Yeah.
They got worse dead than we do. So
Yeah. If I had to guess, I'd probably say a bunch of them in the neighborhood just don't work.
That's true.
Are grown over or whatever.
and
So
nobody just cared.
yeah, nobody cares.
What else? But first we're focusing on what today?
The pool.
The pool.
Amy cannot wait to get that pool done. She is on him about that pool.
We started
goodness.
grouting the pool, so the weather's weird here.
Are we recording here?
We are recording.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if we were just doing.
Once again, he asked, are they recording? Like, Greg, where are you? What dimension are you in right now, Greg?
Doing life in general?
In life. Yeah, so it's all crazy. But then we went to
107.
Greg is in there slamming that full sugar monster. Slamming it down, waiting on his heart attack.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure.
Some grout.
Yeah, ultraviolet plus FA.
Rapid setting. Yes, it does.
It sure does.
Make sure Amy signs off on that grout. She is the pool expert.
Really good and had just the perfect.
Greg, why does your shirt look like it belongs to Jensen? That shirt is not your size. It fits you about 52 pounds ago.
Consistency, and we got through. I mean, I didn't even get a patch, maybe 10.
All solid.
What? No way. And this is like half a bucket of grout.
Yeah.
She's doing like the, coming behind me with the sponge and kind of doing it. I look over and so we got us a little
Scrubber to use.
scrubby to kind of help get that off.
And then this one's a little bit lighter than our other one.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Because you're holding a bucket and you're like above water and your arms are above.
Even. But what's nice about that is we can consistently measure our grout to water ratio.
Oh, do you measure, babe?
You know what I mean?
Do you measure right?
She said, can you measure, babe? Can you measure right? No, he can't measure right. That is why every single item that you guys have purchased, you have had to go back multiple times for more because Greg cannot measure right.
There we go. We got us a bucket.
We'll get two of them.
Try pulling those apart. Oh,
And
whatever.
one for the sponge water.
There you go.
One for grout.
Great. Perfect. We got two. We got two. I just need to point out the happiness of the employees in Lowe's this morning. I think we've been approached by like 5 people asking how our day was.
Amy, why do you have to point out the happiness of the employees? It's not the happiness of the employees. Employees are supposed to be nice to customers, so they say nice things to you like, hi, how are you doing today? You just have to pick at everything, Amy.
If you need any assistance, just saying.
I say, I need tons.
Maybe they want your husband. Maybe you should grip a little harder on his bulging bicep.
Not the kind you can get.
It's like a ham hock when you slapped it, wasn't it, Amy?
But now we have no air conditioning.
It's okay.
Okay.
Go quick.
We can survive it.
We're home
They're
now.
going to sweat like hot pigs after 2 minutes with no air conditioning. There's no way I am sitting here without air conditioning so that this lady can record us jabber on.
Yay.
Where do we go? What happened?
Well, yesterday I got a coffee at Starbucks.
Oh my goodness, we'll start with what time we were out.
Oh, we had to go really early.
I think
6 or 5 or
Yeah,
5:30.
I think you were like 5:30 and I wasn't too far behind.
Yeah,
you,
like I've been trying to.
6:30.
Every day is an early day. Saturday I wanted to sleep in. Actually, I woke up at normal time and I was like, no. And I went back to bed and I laid in bed till about 10, so that was good.
Yeah, you did get a rest.
And I thought I had to get up because
Finally.
I thought Brooklyn had to go to work, and then I got ready, and then she's like, no, I don't have to work till later. And I'm like, why? Even when I want to sleep in, I don't even sleep in. So, and yesterday was super early. And then today was early getting out the door. So I got a coffee after church, but I knew I wouldn't.
They kind of speak like they don't sleep together. She woke up at 5:30, she said, and then he was like, I was right after you at 6:30. Like, he didn't know when she woke up, and she didn't know when he woke up. And then she said something about going to sleep early, and he didn't even act like he knew she was asleep. He's like, oh, you finally caught up on sleep. Sometimes it seems to me that he doesn't even live in the same house as them. He never takes his shoes off in the house. Everybody else goes barefoot, stomping around the house. Not Greg. Greg always has shoes on. When he wears his man purse, Greg always wears his man purse in the house. He always has a hat on like he's going somewhere. Maybe they don't even like each other so much that he doesn't live in the house right now. And he hasn't since his little trip in last September down to Florida.
And then the vultures.
And then I hid it. Put it in the refrigerator. I'm like,
She said she hid her drink, and he said the vultures drank it. They refer to their children as vultures on a platform with 144,000 subscribers. And these children are going to grow up and become adults and enter the world. And they will have these videos always calling them vultures and Starbucks thieves.
Well,
I have a whole
we don't like the
coffee.
kids, you know.
well, they don't do coffee like
until
drinks.
until
They're talking about they don't do coffee, but she just went for Jensen's 13th birthday and bought him coffee.
they're like older. we
Older, they
let
don't
them
do
get 'em.
coffee. So I had a whole macchiato. I literally just had a few steps. I'm like, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for Monday. So I don't know.
It serves you right anyway, Amy. You have a refrigerator in your very own bedroom. You could have stuck what you want to hide in your own refrigerator. Shame on you. That's what you get.
Wake up. I have a nice coffee for the whole day. I go out there today.
Be a
There's
nice surprise.
there's like this much in it. And I'm like, who's drinking my coffee with macchiato with shots in it at nighttime?
And I promised it wasn't me.
I promised it wasn't me. Greg had to say that like he's one of the kids.
So he's like, he goes, get after him. I said, no, because it's probably the youngest kid, and I can't do that.
There you go. There's her favorite guy, she said. It's probably the youngest kid, and I can't do that. Yep. Steven's her favorite.
Steven.
I don't know who it is. Or some girl. I don't know who it is.
It was
Anyway,
probably one of the old.
Not the girls are not her favorite. She said, yeah, or some girl. Those are not some girls, Amy. Those are your daughters who you birthed out of your body. If somebody ever referred to my daughters as some girls, I would be so mad. I can't believe you refer to them as your own self. Like, what is wrong with you, Amy?
We're girls like maybe.
Probably.
Brooklyn was really tired last night
maybe
from
she,
working
yeah,
and church and
who
everything.
knows? Anyway, so it's August, so we went and got
A little bit of liquid energy.
to get moved.
Of course you got Starbucks. Every single time you two are out, you get Starbucks. Grabby Greg does never, ever is cognizant that he's being recorded. He just, look at him.
And so I don't even know. I'm like, what do I even do now?
What's he licking? What was he licking? You guys know who licks like that? People that are on drugs.
It's like,
If I was
It's
you,
like new-
I would dedicate your services towards the pool because I could really use an assistant out there.
honey, I did that yesterday.
This guy said, if I were you, I would dedicate your assistance to the pool. And she said, hell to the no, Greg. That's your job.
I know.
I think I got fired from that job
No, you didn't
yesterday.
get fired. You had to go get. I think you had to go get Brooklyn, and I was like, okay, cool. She'll be gone for a little bit, and then she'll be right back. I'm out there working away, thinking,
Greg does not like to work. He cannot do any job on his own. He needs Amy in there holding his hand. That's why the sign shop failed, because he needed Colin or Evan or Brooklyn in there holding his hand to get the job done. Because I think when he has no supervision, he starts doing that bam bam and his mind starts to wander and he can't get work done. So Amy, if you want your pool put back together, bop your big old butt back out there and help him finish it up. You know who your husband is.
God, where she should be home by now. I look in the house
window?
there, and she's standing there on the phone talking to someone.
Like, you're a child.
Okay.
Well, after you get out of
I lost my
Of course you were talking to your child. You have no friends, Amy. None.
Well, it was all dirty and gross.
Oh, I know.
The
Once you're
pool
out of the
was yuck,
pool, you're
and then
out of
you
it.
shower, and then I'm like, what am I gonna do? Jump back in? And I'm like, you know.
Of course the pool's gross. It's full of glass. It's like a grout and glass blender in there. If you jump in that pool, you're likely to get cut.
Nah, he'll finish.
That'd be great. Well, that's not my gifting, what you're doing.
Amy, what is your gifting? Can you tell me in my comments what your gifting is? Because schooling your children, not your gifting. Cooking food, not your gifting. Baking treats, not your gifting. Cleaning and decorating a house, not your gifting. Keeping a family, not your gifting. What exactly is your gifting?
And an option. The other option for you could possibly be to dig into the sprinklers.
I know. We'll see.
Yeah, Amy, get out there and dig out all those sprinklers. Greg, what the heck do you actually do, dude? If you were my husband, it would last about 2 days, because the first time you told me to go out and mow the lawn in 100-degree heat or go out and dig up some sprinklers in a house that you failed to get an inspection on, I would punch you in your throat. I would sock you so hard that you would never, ever speak to me again. Amy, stop taking this from him. You're the one that makes the money. Now you have to go dig up sprinklers.
I cut grass. I did that.
It'll be a good day. And now I know.
She's out there cutting grass in 105-degree heat, and she is a 47-year-old lady who doesn't work out. One of you are going to have a heart attack. It's going to happen.
Blow.
Only tiny little bits. Yeah, you did a lot of
I
yard
did it
work
yesterday.
while I
I
was
could have
in.
been a film video, but it wasn't, so.
Also, if you Google anything about your dormant grass, it's going to tell you stop mowing it. You can't keep mowing down the dormant grass. All you're going to do is continue to hurt it more.
Let's see what we do at house today. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. That electric lawnmower. It's like
Amazing.
I didn't want Amy doing it before because of gas, and it's like
Right.
I don't know.
You didn't want her doing it before because of the gas. Why? What were you afraid she was going to huff gas in the garage without you? I'm sure we're missing telling information during this fast forward. Their house doesn't even really look like a home. The kitchen doesn't even look like anybody lives there when she doesn't have anything like on the counters. She uses that to make her hair look greasy. Her bed never looks like anybody else sleeps in it either. Her side of the bed always has like her phone or something plugged in over there, and it's kind of messed up. But Greg's side doesn't even look like he sleeps in it. There's their beautiful, beautiful theater chairs. I wonder if her and Greg could have even watched one movie together in those chairs. I think Amy just sits in these chairs and cries in the morning.
I got my blinds turned.
Oh, what a good use for this big, gigantic couch. Look, now it's a laundry station. Even though in her laundry room, she has a little table to fold clothes on.
Hang those up, but I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for Greg to help with those because I don't know if they're going into the concrete or what, so.
She says she needs help with the blinds because she doesn't know if they're going to go into the concrete. What does that mean, Amy? You're going to use 14-inch screws that drive all the way up into the concrete of your house? I don't understand why she has no little children. I don't understand why she feels the need to take all the grapes off of every stem. Her children do not have fingers. Why does she have to touch every single grape?
Mom, cantaloupe storage?
Oh, that cantaloupe is done. Done.
It seems like they went bad real fast. I thought maybe it was just the fruit.
It's because you live in a hot area and you leave the fruit sitting out on the counter. You leave the fruit in the car while you shop at other stores, and then you put it in a refrigerator and you do not use the correct zones. Your refrigerator, I'll say it one more time, has zones, Amy. Zones for different items. Look it up. Use your fridge correctly.
But I think it's because I'm storing them like in too cold of a refrigerator, so I'm gonna have to be careful when I get these next ones put away. So, because a lot of that just froze. But this is good. We'll have these little bowls.
I said that when she went to Detweiler's, that she would waste every bit of that fruit and veg. And here we are watching her scrape out the last of that fruit and veg, all of it ruined.
It's a fruit. This is good to munch on for the day when the kids are hungry. It works out really good.
The kids do not want to munch on that disgusting cantaloupe, even if they're starving to death.
These are kind of soft here. I'm like, it's good. Just pay better attention next time. That's okay. So this is good. Meat is cooking. I got to get some rice rolling too. Had to stop and help the kids a few times today. So I'm getting like the older ones are out because they're working and gone. So now it's like getting my next set, like trained on what to do.
She's getting the younger kids trained up like dogs. I wonder how she trains them. I think that her worst nightmare is parenting without one of the big girls there. Like, she used to have Lauren, and Lauren parented all the younger children. If you used to watch videos, Lauren, the kids would hang on Lauren. They would not hang on her like a mother. The children would sit on Lauren's lap. They would hang on to her arms. And now the children count on Jaden. They count on her to build their furniture. They count on her to go down in the kitchen and make them food. They count on Brooklyn to make them food. And now without those older kids, Amy's actually having to be a mom to the younger kids. So she's going to train them up. What does training mean, Amy? Let's see your training.
It's like the older ones were kind of always helpers, helping with the younger kids, that kind of thing. Not that they did everything, but just made sure the chore got completed or something like that, where now it's just me. So getting there, getting it done. So let me cut this up, put it in a bowl.
Oh, look at that, guys. There's actual mold on the avocado. Yeah, that's mold. White mold right there. It's good. Delicious.
Thing with avocados, when you open them and they're fresh, they're nice and green, but the second day they're
No, Amy, the thing is when you open an avocado and it looks moldy like that, you chuck it in the bin.
not. So, it doesn't look as pretty on camera, but
That's not pretty, that's mold.
it works. I know you can put a spoon in here and scoop it out. I'm just gonna use a knife and cut real slow behind it. These were the king avocados, so huge. I just realized that my neighbor has an avocado tree. It's a huge one like this. So I thought that was, I looked over the other day, I'm like, those are the king avocados that I have. So they have
She wishes that it wasn't the day of the ring, because she would sneak over there and steal some of those king avocados.
the same thing as the avocado we got. So this, like I said, it's kind of brown. I don't like that. It looks brown, but it's okay. It's good right here. So I'm gonna keep just
You can pour some lime or lemon juice over that and it will help them from turning brown, but Amy doesn't know that. She's just a cooking channel.
I'm gonna go get an onion too. I think onion would be really good. And then we'll have a wonderful haystack.
So she cuts up her wet lettuce. Amy, get a lettuce spinner, a salad spinner. You just put your lettuce in there, you spin it. It doesn't have to be all wet and nasty. This will be brown, and she's just going to leave this sitting out on the counter, guys.
The meat is all cooked. I'm gonna add homemade taco seasoning in here.
Oh, wow. She had about a pound of meat and about a pound of taco seasoning. And is this all the meat for your family, Amy? You're going to have, what is this, a half a pound or a pound of hamburger meat for 8 people? That is not enough protein. You are trying to stretch food and you are not giving your children enough nutrients. They need protein, Amy. Walking tacos or not, your kids have to eat enough protein. Oh, so is this chicken from the other day when you had dry chicken off the grill? Or is this the famous chicken from your mom's house in Michigan? The one that has been frozen, unfrozen, frozen, unfrozen at least 5 times. I'd like to hope that this is the chicken from the other day and not the chicken from Michigan. Let me know, Amy. Which is this? It looks pretty old, though. Man. And this is for 8 people.
So what I'm gonna do now is everybody stopped and had some lunch. I bought the cheap Doritos. I'm squishing them.
Squish them. You have to. You can't let one chip go whole in your house.
They just get eaten. So
If you leave them whole, they just get eaten, guys. And Allah forbid someone should want to eat a chip in Amy's house.
I'm gonna squish these. and giant bowl. It's just
Smush them up, Amy.
much cheaper than buying all the individual bags. If you buy the individual bags cheap, it's fun, and it's fun to get sometimes for like a party, things like that, but this works for us. I'm just gonna squish them. And like these are okay, like the cheapy ones, like you don't really notice the difference from the cheapy ones and the real ones. Thing for our food, so I'm just gonna cover this like this, leave this out.
She's just gonna cover this food and leave it out.
This is for munching today. Wow.
For munching.
See how Greg's doing outside? I know the pool looks really, really nice.
How many do you think she'll
Kids
put in?
helping chores.
About 8. Squished pinto beans and a pound of hamburger meat and a little shredded chicken. That's her dinner for 8 people.
I decided to come outside and do an update on Greg.
Oh, hello.
How are you doing there, Greg?
Look at that pool. Whoa. Whoa, this pool is dirty. You can't even see Greg in the pool. Look at it. You can't see the pool. You can't see the bottom. In a pool, you are supposed to be able to see the shallow end of the pool, and you cannot see anything in the bottom of her pool. This thing is going to cause an infection. It doesn't look better. You know, it kind of looks like an old bathtub with the blue. The blue makes it look like an old bathtub.
Today, so just a little different Monday. Usually I like to get up early and do, like, I'm finding my days are so different. I talked about that Friday. It's like, it's no longer just gather your fragment Friday.
Amy, your days are different because you don't do the same thing in them anymore.
It's kind of gathering your fragments during the week, and, you know.
You don't have fragments to gather.
It's just different. So Mondays aren't always, like, motivating.
And you have no motivation because you do not like Florida. The only thing that you do is complain.
Even though we're motivated, we're getting things done, and we can never finish that. I'd love to do that maybe this week, so I have a list, and I started thinking about school, so I've got like all of my school books over here to kind of look at and see what are we going to do.
You should not be waiting this long to see what you're going to do about school. Your children deserve better than that. Enroll them in a school, Amy. Let them go to school. They'll get lunch at school, and that will be one less meal you have to make. They'll get breakfast at school. That will be one less meal you have to make. And all you'll have to worry about is dinner for those 4. And your older 2 will be out the door. Just send them to school. Their lives will be better. Your life will be better. You're not doing them any favors by keeping them home. You are stunting their growth.
This year, because I have different age kids. Jane and Brooklyn are done with school. And school, you know, all those great things, it just accumulates. It's getting there. So we're getting them accomplished. I'm like, we just even like looked at paint today at Lowe's a little bit and just got like a couple different things just thinking. We're like now put it right there. That door doesn't have to open. I locked it.
She put it in front of the door. So now she has an office with double doors, but the double doors won't open.
So it doesn't open, and I'm like, this.
It's almost like her desk that's set by the front door in her other house. Amy will shove anything into any hole.
Works right here. So, and there's all the cords. I still have to put those away. Still have to. I will. There's light bulbs. Change the light bulbs, Amy. So
she has been talking about the light bulbs every single day. Every single day since last Monday. 5 vlogs now. And they're still not up.
Like, it's just sitting here. And this in here, this was great because this weekend, on Saturday, I was editing. And I was like, I just wanted to rest while I was waiting. And I literally just laid down with my blanket.
Wow, you literally just laid down with your blanket on your chair that you shoved in here.
And I'm like, this is so nice. And then I put this here because I don't like it with the rest of the furniture.
I knew it would end up here. Here it is, guys. Another item.
In the house colors, but it works good. So I'm like, it's like, again, smushy, but
She could have a Goodwill sale in here.
like, okay. And the next scene's over here. She was under my desk. It was a little like like I came out of
Your life is a little like,
a few times with Greg, and I'm like, this went like this. And he's like, honey, that's a fake smile. I'm like, it's not directed at you. It's a representation of what's going on inside of me right now.
you know why that's going on inside of you right now, Amy? Because you're miserable and you keep pretending. Sometimes you have to talk about the things that are going on, Amy, and work through them so that you can fix them.
So I'm like, it's okay. I'm like, it's sometimes it's just you have more issues with your children, and you have more trials, and we're going through adjustments and changes, and just it's different, and it's okay. I mean,
you took your children away from their nephews, away from their siblings, away from their entire life. Autumn probably thought she was going to get to graduate from the same place that her sisters graduated from. You took all of that away from them with no explanation other than God wants us to go down here to Florida. Nothing has gotten better for them. Of course you're having troubles with your children.
Normal, very expected. No complaining, just sharing to say, hey, like, it's okay to have crazy days. Like, I didn't, like, have a moment of screaming or yelling or freaking out at anybody or even, say anything, but it was like...
You have 10 children. Why would you, after 10 children, have moments of screaming and yelling and freaking out on people? You haven't learned to control your temperature. Oh, man, Amy. If you cannot control yourself after 10 children, when will you ever be able to?
Okay, this is great. So I just came outside and smiled, and he's like, ooh, that's a fake smile. He was like, did I do something? I said, no, just...
Greg lives on edge all the time. Did I do something? Are we recording? Am I allowed to say that?
Just my wonderful time today, but you know what? Whatever, it's going to be done, and tomorrow's going to be a whole new day today.
Imagine telling people that you didn't have a good day, but never telling them why you didn't have a good day.
So, that's what it is. So, just get your rest. Today's a little crazy for you. Just know tomorrow.
I hope you're having a great day.
Just know tomorrow. It'll still be tomorrow, and you'll still be miserable. So that is it for her Motivationless Monday, y'all. I will see you in the next one. It is on its way, so stay tuned. Make sure you click that little bell so you can be notified when it pops up. And I will see you guys next time. Have a great day, neighbors. Bye.